Hey guys, this is Rudy Banks and I'm back. I just wanted to show you some tools out there. If you have heard about building an email list, or you've heard that I need to have an email list, and you're trying to grow that list and build your customer base, whether you're in a band, you're an artist, you're a contractor, whatever it is, you have to have an email list so you can cultivate your customer base. You want to build a relationship, and the proof is in the list. So if you don't have a list, stick with me. If you already have a list and you have a bunch of fans, a bunch of customers, and they're engaged, they're opening your content, and you have a great relationship, they're buying from you, they're supporting your events, then you probably want to click off this video. But if you want to hang around for entertainment value, you can do that as well. I was really inspired to do this video because there were so many different software applications out there for creating landing pages. And if you don't know what a landing page is, essentially go to any website and you're going to see an offer to say, you're going to see a form called an opt-in form. It's going to say, hey, put your name or email address in, and you can keep up with me and you'll get a free newsletter. Or if you go to this one particular website, they're going to offer you a free video, offer you a free ebook. How many times have you seen that? Okay, so that's kind of a landing page. Anytime you've been to a YouTube video and someone recommends a product, they might send you to a landing page, or we call it a capture page or squeeze page. And that's an opportunity to collect some information from you so the person can follow up later in exchange for giving you something for free, something of value that you can use and apply, or give you a low-cost product to get you started. And I'll share some of that. I'm not going to go into the 101 and show you every single detail how to click and set these things up, but I do want to give you some of the basic information as I go along, because this stuff is very helpful. Okay, so you're still with me? Cool. Why is an email list important? All right, so you hear people talking about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and everybody's talking about followers right now. I've got X amount of followers, I got all these likes, I've got all these subscribers. And it is great. It's great to have that attention. It's great to have people creating that buzz. You got Twitter, people are retweeting your stuff, and all these things are going on. It's fine, but you gotta get those people off of those platforms into your own database. You gotta get them into your world, because you don't control these other worlds. Think about all the different Facebook algorithms and all the changes that are coming out, and with YouTube, and you do not control these platforms. You're benefiting from them. You're putting some great content out, and you're able to store this information. You're not having to spend all this extra money on web hosting, storing all your pictures, but you do not own their platforms. So what you got to do is take advantage of these platforms and build your following, build your tribe, but you got to get that tribe into what we call an email database. And to put it in real terms, it's called an autoresponder. So what led me to do this video, I looked at all these different autoresponders, I looked at different landing page solutions, and there's so many different options out there. There's so many different applications that do some of each. Some of them do them all, but I'm going to show you, if you're going to start out basic, I'm going to show you some free solutions as well as some higher end solutions. So let's get started. But first, I'm going to show you a basic sales funnel, or a basic funnel. So when I talked about Twitter, I talked about social media, YouTube, all these different platforms, these people are just hovering around out here. So whatever you have, whether you have, an internet business, you have a mowing business, you have a band, you have your artist, whatever you're doing, you're an author, whatever you're doing, you want people to be aware of what you're doing. So how you do that, you go out on YouTube, create some videos, you go out on Facebook, you post about your products and whatever you're doing to kind of create that buzz and awareness. People got to know what you're about before they're going to even be interested in you or interested in your product. So that's the first thing. So if anytime you look at a funnel, you want to pump as much leads as you can in the top of that funnel. Just like you pour a bunch of water in here, you're gonna pour a lot in here, but it's gonna slowly come out the other end, and that's just the way it works. So just because a store opens up tomorrow doesn't mean they're gonna just be flowing, packed every day with customers. It's gonna take a while to build that up. So they got to get as many leads. Even McDonald's or Burger King, a lot of these companies have been around for years, but they're still advertising. They know down to the dollar how much it costs them per acquisition, per customer, basically. So we get people in our leads, we get them in our funnel, and then we start talking landing pages. Again, that's why I'm creating this video. And let me show you one just for the fun of it. I'll just show you an opt-in page. This is one I did for one of the bands. So imagine if you're at a concert and the band's gonna offer you some free gifts, they're gonna offer you some specials, maybe they give you some free tickets, and they're gonna say, well, if you just give me your email address and your name, sign me up, and boom, you're off on your race. Oh, you're ready to run. So this is just a quick example. This could be a landing page, and on the Facebook. So if you look at the person's Facebook page, they could do a write-up about, hey, we're starting a fan club list. Make sure you click the link here and get qualified for some free gifts and things like that. People are going to start signing up, putting their email addresses in. So next time Facebook decides to shut down tomorrow, you're already started collecting your fans' email addresses, so you can reach them directly via your autoresponder, which allows you to send out automated emails. You can actually see what fans, as they come to different shows, you can start putting tags and understanding what fan came to what show. You can really get granular on this stuff. But that's the beauty of having that email address, because people still read emails. We might get a bunch of them every day, but if it's from somebody who we know, like, and trust, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna open that email and read it and see what it has to say. So that's why it's important. All right, so I was talking about a landing page, opt-in forms, ebooks. These are the things that people would like for free to get them interested. So now they're a prospect. They're learning more about you. You're starting to connect with them more. And then there's you got sales pages, free consultations. Now you're really starting to talk about your product more. And this is not for every particular genre of business, but this is basically how it works. And then essentially that person turns into a buying customer. So whether you're promoting a concert and you want that person to buy tickets, you could easily get them in your funnel, offer them an option to get early bird specials. You could be sending them some emails, about your band, about a new nonprofit organization you're trying to support, and just building that rapport through these series of emails. That's what we call the autoresponder. And essentially, that person turns into a paid client or customer. All right, so I'm not talking enough about that. Let's go on to the solutions. So this particular one I just showed you here, if you look at the link, it's actually, I did it in MailChimp. So I'm gonna start with MailChimp. MailChimp is you can start free with MailChimp up to, I think it's 1,000. Let's see. Yeah, up to 2,000 subscribers. So you could have 2,000 people on your email list, and you can send 12,000 emails per month. So if you're just basic, just getting started. And let me zoom in here a little bit. All right, that's better. So if you're just getting started and you need something quick and dirty, you can start with MailChimp. And that's what I did for this particular. I needed something fast. I went into a page builder within MailChimp, threw the logo in, threw a headline, threw some text in here, and we're off to the races. What you also can do is, this is what you consider the main landing page. So after the person puts their email address in and their name, once they hit sign me up, it's going to take you to another page, which is called a thank you page. Now, you can have a thank you page, which is another page, a confirmation page. Well, it says, thank you for putting your information in, blah, 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 blah. Or if you hit submit, it would actually just put a text here, and this page would change. It's sort of like a page within a page. I actually designed another version of this that you put the email address in, the name. When you hit sign me up, it takes you to a separate page, and it tells a little bit about the band, but it also has some links at the bottom. So it says, you know, let's talk about you know, my social media and different things. Or you can have it forward right to the website. The other thing is, maybe a person is already part of your list and they were trying to get those tickets and you made a mistake. So what you can do at the bottom here is put, you know, no thank you, I'm not interested, or I'm already a part of your list or something, and gives them another option to click a link, and that will still take them to the offer. And in this example, this one doesn't have it, but the other form I did has a button here, and you can click it. And give me 1 second, I'm gonna find that. Okay, I'm back. So here's the other form I did. I got smarter about it. I was like, wait a minute. If we started, this form is basically a person had an iPad at the event, so they allow the fans to sign up right at the event. That's the best time because everybody's already warmed up. You know, they get ready to enjoy your great music, and you know, if you can offer them a free offer right then, that's the perfect opportunity. I modified this form because we did a Facebook ad and different things like that. So you got to drive some traffic. If you're online, either you're going to do some free traffic, whether you're doing YouTube videos, you know, blog posts, Instagram posts and things like that. That's generating free traffic. But if you want to, you know, like that, fuel that thing and really get some eyeballs on it, then you got to spend some money. So when we did some boosted posts and Facebook ads, actually I modified this because, like, if I'm going to do any paid advertisements, you definitely want to make sure you are capturing email addresses. So rather than just boosting a regular Facebook page, and we're trying to sell tickets to this concert, I popped in, you know, this capture page first. That way we can get, you know, the fans' email address, the potential customers' email address, in lieu of whether or not they purchased a ticket or not. All right, so basically what happens here is the person puts the email address in, put the name, they hit sign me up, and then it takes them to, you know, the thank you page. Or if they're not interested, or if they're already a fan, they can click this here, and it takes them right to our Eventbrite page, which this event is already over, so the event ended. But that's basically where we're selling tickets online for our event. Okay. So I showed you a real life example in MailChimp. So if you're getting started and you need something basic, you can start with MailChimp. And then I'm gonna go up to another solution. And here's what MailChimp offers. So you can do your email, you can integrate it with your, you know, your e-commerce. And here's some of your basic landing page editors. Just got an app and different things. So I'm gonna tell you, like, these programs have really grown over the years, and so I don't want to sound biased at all. But MailChimp is kind of like the very basic run-of-the-mill when it first came out. So you can easily use this, you know, to get started. Then, if you want to advance a little further, Aweber was another big name in autoresponder. This was basically the Kleenex of the tissue, if you want to per se. And right now, this solution, you can see it's only up to 5,000 subscribers, unlimited emails though. So you can see how the pricing strategies get a little bit different as you look at these solutions. So MailChimp, 500 subscribers, it's $10 a month. Up here it says 0 to 2,000 and it's free, but then it says, okay, so here's the pricing difference. You're limited at 12,000 emails per month, up to 2,000 subscribers. So most people getting started building a list, it's easy to do this. I would say if you're just sending out blog posts and just sending out emails to fans and things like that, then this is probably fine for you. But if you're going to get into like some real heavy marketing, when it goes into like the make money online space, which some of the stuff I do, then you got to make sure your emails are going to be delivered, because a lot of times you can check your spam folder now. Think about all the things you signed up for. You know, those email addresses ended up in your main box, or they ended up in your promotions folder, or they ended up in your updates, or are those emails being delivered to your spam folder? So that's where you start spending a little extra money on some of these solutions. And then I'm not going to get too complicated with you, but there's some other tools that you can use to send your emails to on your outbound emails that'll guarantee that things won't end up in your spam. But I want to keep it basic. I'll do another video. I'll do another video later. But please comment below if there's things you wanted me to talk about that I'm kind of grazing over, because I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to make sure I get you enough content so it can help you make a decision. So when I'm looking at software solutions, I'm looking at how many subscribers can I get, how many emails I'm going to send, and what's the cost. And then I'm looking at, will this tool give me everything I need, you know, to get going. So just look at that. Just make sure everything is priced equally. And then going back to Aweber, again, Aweber is $19 a month, so you're paying more. You're getting less subscribers, but you're getting unlimited emails. So just see how everybody's playing with their pricing models. Okay. You're getting sign-up forms, templates. I didn't see the landing page. I thought you could do landing pages here. Oh, they had landing pages. I'm gonna say, might sound biased, but I used Aweber. This was my first autoresponder, and I was really starting to scale things up. And where I struggled with Aweber was their automation. Now, that was probably, you know, it was years ago, but I would struggle with their automation. So I can see they improved this, because this looks a lot like GetResponse now. And I'm gonna show you that in another example here. But before, their automation was very cumbersome. And basically what this is when you want to, say you're going to go on vacation, but you can't keep up with your list, but you want to make sure they're getting fresh content, and you can predetermine what goes out when and how. And so basically you can say when a person subscribes, you can wait a day, you can wait an hour, and it's basically just a linear flow chart. So you can say, well, I'm gonna wait 3 days, then I'm gonna send that welcome message. Well, most people wouldn't do that, so they're gonna put it here. So Aweber, I'm gonna be honest with you, it did not have these features, and I think, you know, this is one of the reasons why I left Aweber in the past. It didn't have this automation, wasn't up to par, honestly. But basically, that's how you can do it. You can set up your whole email sequence and get that all set up, so you can basically walk a person through a funnel. So imagine if you have a new book coming out, you can start writing some blog posts, you know, sharing excerpts of the book, and getting people interested in the process. You can show them, you know, going through the editing, going through the graphics, and really pulling them in if they're your follower. And then you can offer them an early bird special near the end of your email chain and say, hey, if you buy it now pre-sale, you can buy the book at X amount of cost. And by them buying pre-sale, you're actually putting money in your pocket to help you fund producing the remaining copies of that book. So that's a cool way to fund yourself. I learned that from Grant Cardone. So he does a lot of that, taking the audience's feedback early on, build that product, offer it really cheap, and help build his product before he even sells it to the market. So I think that's a cool idea. Okay, so that's Aweber, $19 a month starting out, and then it goes up to $149. You can really scale this thing up. All right. Now I want to mention something. I used to use Lead Pages as well. Lead Pages is not really an autoresponder for the email piece, but it was really good at creating like nice landing pages. Drag and drop, had the pop-ups. If you stay on the page, you know, too long or someone's ready to click off, buttons will pop up. It was really good at that. So basically what I was using was this and a combination of Aweber in the past. So think about it, I was paying $19 plus the $25, every month to have these two solutions. So you can see my dilemma on, having to, for one, it's not one system, and two, it can become costly. And then you got to log into two different systems, making sure everything's all linked together. I have a WordPress website, so all this stuff has to integrate. And they do a good job at it, but I just wanted simplicity. All right, so then I started using GetResponse. GetResponse is another autoresponder, highly recommended, and it also has the email capability and basic landing pages. So starting out with 1,000 subscribers, you can do, so 1,000 subscribers is $15 a month, and you got one user, but it has the automation. And that's the reason, I'm gonna tell you, that's the reason why I left Aweber initially, because here I can actually put tags on. So imagine if I had, 3 different customers I was looking at. Maybe I was looking for females of the age of 30 who were interested in, I'm just gonna make up something, cell phone cases. But then I was looking at males that were 30, looking at, cell phone cases. I can easily tag that based on the landing page or based on the color per se. Or I could tag the people by whether or not they were a customer or they were just still a lead. And then I could, do workflows. I can do messaging tailored for that person or that type of person. And so that's the reason why I ended up going to GetResponse over Aweber. And it was very easy to use, and it was a great program. So when you look at the pro level of GetResponse, it actually comes with a CRM, and a lot of times there are some higher end solutions out there that just manage your customer database. So think about it, you gotta be able to get all these people off of social media into a funnel to get them into your email address. You got to give them something for free, get them into your database, and start sending them emails. Okay, if you're selling a service or you're selling products, you got to be able to manage all of those customers to know, like, okay, which products did they buy? Are they opening these emails? Are they on the fence about buying my book or buying my course? And if you don't have a way of tracking that, it's going to be total chaos. You're going to have to do it manually, and you're going to get frustrated really quick, especially if you have more than 100 customers that are buying. It's going to be hard to keep up with. So with the CRM, it's customer relationship management, and that allows you to bucketize every customer or tag them so you know who they are, what they purchase, and how to better assist them with your content. So when you're sending emails out, you don't want to send offers to people who have already purchased your product, or you got to write some disclaimer, well, customers who already purchased this, please ignore this email. That's not very professional. So that's why you can use the CRM, which GetResponse already has it built in. There's another tool out there called flexi.io. Now, if you're still with me and you're not a beginner, then okay guys, that's a more advanced tool. Go check that out, and I'll put a link to the website if you can't remember flexi.io. But go to that, and that's a resource management tool where you can a relationship management tool where you can manage all your customers. So these are the pricing models here. It's got landing pages, and I actually did one here recently because I actually do Legendary Marketer. So that's the online business that I do, and I'm gonna show you really quick. Legendary Marketer is a done for you system. So they give you the opt-in forms, they got the email builder, they give you the ads, they already send out the emails for at least for the first 45 days. So they help you market this product, and it's basically an online training program. It starts with lower end products and it has high end coaching and the whole gamut. So it's a really good product. I use it. Some of the stuff I'm showing you right now, I learned basically from a Legendary Marketer. So, but fast forward, normally when you sign up for Legendary Marketer, you're gonna send a person's gonna end up at this landing page right here. You put the email address in, name, email address, and then it's gonna take them to a video. And they're gonna watch the video, and then they're gonna make a decision on, whether or not they're gonna move forward with the program. Well, once they put their name and email address in, they show up in the back office, and this tool is a lead. So I get leads, okay? So this tool is managing all of that for me, at least for the first 45 days. Once that email series runs out, then that all my leads are just sitting in the system because I don't have them. Now imagine if you had all your customers and all your fans just sitting on an application and then one day it just went away. Not that this would, but think about that in the sense of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You've lost all that content, and that email list is a big, huge asset because they're targeted people who are interested in the product that you're offering, and they're interested in similar things that you are. So they're really targeted, highly targeted, and they're motivated. So what I did, I went to GetResponse and I went into the builder and I created a duplicate of the same exact page. And I did a little extra, I put a little picture behind it, but I copied everything and I saved that. So now when I go to my next step, the cool thing is, even if you don't have a website, I do have a website. I can connect this to my domain. And if you have like a WordPress website, you can, you have to add the plugin or whatnot. And then essentially when a person goes to this landing page, it won't say this, it won't say GetResponse, it'll say mydomain.com. But if you don't have that and you're trying to be quick and set it up really quickly, look what I did. I just created a name, a domain, and that's kind of cool, GR8, great. So it's ejourney.great, and I'm all about the entrepreneur journey. So now I got a permanent link that I can send out to anyone. I can post it in my videos, and I'll put it below. You can click it and try it out if you want to learn about Legendary Marketer. That was my shameless plug. And it's a great tool. So essentially, I recreated that. Once I save that, I publish it. It's already published. And then I can say, view my landing page online. And boom, there it is. Simple as that. Everything's there. And what I did here, instead of the thank you page and just forwarding automatically to the video, I just basically have them put their name and email address in. Now I capture it. It doesn't go into here. It goes into my database, and then it takes them to another page and it just says, okay, you qualify for the free video. Thanks you for submitting information. And then they hit the next button and it takes them to the video. And that's basically it. So click it below, you can try it and see how it works, but that's basically what I did. And for me to get my emails out of here, I'll just have to export them as a CSV file. And then I can import them into my autoresponder. So that's a cool thing. Even if you start with a MailChimp or a smaller company or a different company, you can always go from one system to the next. You just have to export your contacts out and then load them into the new tool. Now there's an honor code that you got to say that you own those email addresses and you got them legally. You didn't just go out and spam and steal addresses. But so there are ways to transfer between systems. So don't feel like you're stuck with one tool if you made a mistake after you spent money and time to build that list. All right, so go back to the examples. So I talked about GetResponse. This is what I'm currently using. I found a offer for you. You can actually get $30 off. So there's a coupon link down below. If you just click that, you'll get $30 off. And it is an affiliate link, so there's something in it for me as well, but basically you get 30 bucks off. The other one is kind of new. I haven't used this yet, but it was actually part of Legendary. I think they have a partnership. It's more expensive, you know, 1,000 contacts, $25 a month. So I just stayed with GetResponse, pure price. But I think it has, you know, landing page options as well. I didn't see the CRM though, so I think that might be a gap. And correct me if I'm wrong, you can always comment below, but I don't see the CRM option with SendLane. And then if you want to go to the big boy, you might hear a lot about ClickFunnels. They're very good at, you know, just setting you up with the funnel, the whole marketing campaigns. Less do-it-yourself, everything's kind of done for you. So if you want to say I'm marketing a book, you can, you know, plug in a campaign for selling a book, and it's got all the emails and things set up. Again, we go into all of these different upsells and downsells, and it's a lot of information here. But this is, I think, $99 a month, something like that. So if you scale up and you want to go big time, you can go with ClickFunnels. Okay, and then there's a new one out. You know, I know some people left ClickFunnels and then went to ConvertKit. So this is the newest one. Let's see what the pricing model is. It's not bad, $29 a month for up to 1,000 subscribers. Or maybe I think, no, I know it was, I think some people left, I used to follow, they left Aweber and went to ConvertKit. So there's a lot of applications that are constantly coming out. I don't see the landing page feature here though, so I'm not sure if I would, well, it says customizable forms. Let's see. Have to read up on that more, but so this is another option, ConvertKit. And then if you guys that are advanced guys, if you want to hang around, I'm actually messing around with Amazon now. So Amazon is probably going to be my next step once I finally get everything going and get my virtual assistants and, you know, where my team really built up where I want to be. I'm just going to probably go that route. You know, I currently use like Bluehost for my hosting and different things, but I'm actually testing out Amazon's hosting right now. The first year of hosting is free, and then only difference is, so if you ever set up any websites, you know, a lot of times they come with a control panel, so you just, you know, just drop apps in, plug and play. When you think about Amazon, it's like almost like your own computer, and with this cloud-based, but you're installing applications a little bit more manually. But there's a solution out called Sendy, and you pay for this one time, and I think the pricing, Sendy is $59. So this is basically, you know, an emailer for you, and so you can save money, you know, sending emails if you go with an application like this. So basically you get Amazon, and then you install this application connected to, you know, your Amazon virtual server, whatever you want to call it, and you can see, you know, MailChimp is going to charge you, this is their, let's see, so I'll just drag it up. So if you're sending 80,000 emails, MailChimp will be 800 bucks. I don't know what Campaign Monitor is, but Amazon SES will be $8. So if you're going to be doing this long term and you're going to have a team where you're tech savvy, you don't mind setting things up, doing it more manually, Sendy is an option for you. and you can install that on your server, and then you can save money that way. So what I showed you early on, these are kind of package solutions. You know, everything is kind of all packaged for you. And then I progressed, you know, I show you my preference. I showed you some other examples out there. So I just really wanted to give you a flavor of everything. But ultimately, I would say, you know, MailChimp, if you're just doing some basic stuff, just trying to test it, get your feet wet, set up a free account, try it out. Aweber is not bad. I prefer lead pages, not lead pages. I prefer, you know, GetResponse personally. That's what I use, and we used it, and it's been great. Sendling, can't go wrong there. I would say if you're going to grow and scale and you're serious about this, and then you can invest in ClickFunnels. And I didn't even mention Infusionsoft. That's the other high-end application, but I'm going to show you what Infusionsoft is going to cost you. So you can see Infusionsoft is up to 500 contacts, $80 a month, 15. So where we were at 2,500. So you can see what. So as long as you're making the money, you can go with, you know, some higher end. These are, I would say, Infusionsoft and ClickFunnels are kind of the flagships. And then if you want to get more to do it yourself, have more control, save money at the same time, then you can get into Amazon and you can put your website on there. I actually did a website. I was testing out WordPress. It was really easy once I set up my Amazon account, and one click. It wasn't bad. It was almost like Bluehost. I just didn't have a control panel. I just had to find which version of WordPress, and I clicked the install, and it went fast. So I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna experiment with that more, and I'll probably share some stuff once I learn more about it. What else is there? Yeah, so flagship, ClickFunnels, and Infusionsoft. You can check those out if you want to play with the big boys. MailChimp, get your feet wet. If you got a band or your artist, something like that, you just want to just send some emails out to your group. A little bit of landing pages, capture some email addresses. You're at a show, you can easily do that. And then if you get into the internet marketing space and you want a little bit more automation and a little bit more advanced customer, I don't know if I can get this right yet. Customer relationship management. Say that 3 times. Then go to GetResponse, because some of these don't have that component in it, and that's a good feature to have. And I think that's about it. So if I forgot something, please comment below, like, share, subscribe. Again, I'm bringing you some tools because I've spent, man, I probably spent 3-4 hours yesterday, because I'm in some different forums and I was looking at all these applications. I was like, man, my head's gonna explode. So I was like, let me just share what I learned and why I went with GetResponse, because I wanted something I can do my landing pages. I had the CRM capability and my autoresponder, and the automation was good. So that's kind of I went with that. And the price, $15 a month, I can scale it up, and I'm good.